In today's video, we are going to discuss how to maximize the cash value of a life insurance policy, and we're going to address this question. What is the cash value actually growing by each year in your whole life insurance policy? Let's jump right into an exercise. Let's pretend that you have a whole life insurance policy and your cash value today is $10,000. We'll pretend for the sake of this example, your premium is due tomorrow and your premium is $1,000 per year. So you make your $1,000 premium payment, and then for the next year, your cash value appreciates to $12,000. So it was $10,000. It has grown to $12,000. So the question is, what is the gain in this example? Well, the answer to the question is that the gain is $1,000. The reason why is because we have to factor in the $1,000 payment you have made. I emphasize this point because this comes up quite a bit when it comes to whole life insurance. Many times people believe or are told you had $10,000 and your policy grew by $2,000 this year. It grew from $10,000 to $12,000. However, what is sometimes neglected or brushed over, or people find out after the fact, is that the premium payment was not considered. Another example here, let's make this a little bit more extreme. Let's pretend that you had cash value of $100,000. So let's call it $100K. You elected to pay in $10,000 this year. So there's your payment. And the cash value the next year appreciates to $120,000. It was $100,000, now it's $120,000. What was your gain this particular year? Well, it grew from $100,000 to $120,000, so that's $20,000. However, we want to make sure that we factor in the $10,000 payment that you made out of pocket as well, which would bring your net gain down to $10,000. Another way to demonstrate this is let's pretend for a moment that the cash value was $100,000. You paid in $0 this year, and the cash value grew to $110,000. So with $0 out of pocket on your end, what's the net gain? $10,000. So anytime we're looking at the growth, meaning what did the policy actually grow by this year, we always want to account for any dividends and interest that are applied to the policy, but then also any payments we make as well. So let's take a look at an example here. We will begin with an illustration. So here we've got a policy on a 40-year-old male paying in $100,000 per year for 10 years. As we look at this policy, here's the payment, $100K per year for 10 years, policy designed for maximum cash value, minimum premium, maximum PUA, all the fun stuff. Total cash value, here's your money column. The first year cash value, $89,536. So you made that $100,000 payment. How much did your cash value, or your cash, if you want to refer to it this way, grow by in this particular year? Well, we lost a little bit more than $10,000. I paid in $100, I have $89 and change. No matter how I spin this, that is a negative $10,500 hit if we just want to round off. So I lost money. Now, the next year, beginning of year or end of year one, your cash value was $89,536. By year two, your cash value is now $186,160. So how much did it grow by this year? Some would say, hey, your cash value grew by almost $100,000. Call it about $97,000. However, when we factor in this $100,000 payment, if I was earning 0% over here, and I just threw $100,000 into a 0% bank account, that cash value would grow by $100,000. And this should be $189 and change. Yet it's less than what I paid in. Now the reason for this is that because the worst years of a life insurance policy are most often the first and second year with whole life insurance. And it gets better and better each year after that. But what I can see here is that I'm actually negative in the first and second year. And then each year it gradually gets better. What's my growth each year though? Year 2 to 3, I pay in $100,000. It grew from $186 to $290. If I don't count the payment I made, what do I see here? 186 to 290, that's $104,000 there. That's fantastic. After I back out the $100,000 payment, it's $4,000 of actual cash value growth that I'm receiving from the insurance company. Let's break this model down on Excel. We'll have some fun here. So here we've got the same policy. There's our first year, 89,000 and change. Second year, 186 and change. What is highlighted in yellow represents the break-even point. What that means is by year 4, if this is your policy, you've paid in $100,000 per year for 4 years, which is $400,000, and you have $400,000. You also have that death benefit that is appreciating over time as well. But the question is, what is your cash value actually growing by? This may seem simple to some. Some people get very, very frustrated with this. So let's take a look here. Year 1, you pay in $100,000. Your cash value is $89,000 and change. There's that negative 10.5. So I took a hit in the first year. When we look at the next year, if I'm just going to simplify things, this is the wrong way of doing things first. Here we go. So year 2, could I make this case? If you're in the business, you would say absolutely not. However, for the sake of transparency, we're going to start with this model. Year 1, cash value is 89.5. Next year, it's 186, 160. So it is a true statement that your cash value has grown from 89.5 to 186. So I saw the cash value increase by $96,000 and change. However, that's not the reality of it. The reality of it is that you paid in $100,000, so your net cash value increase is not $96,000. What it is here, let's look at this. Same thing. So what we're doing here is backing out the payments we're making each year. What I mean when I say that, looking at year 2. Year 1's pretty simple, but year 2, what happens? You paid in $100,000. Cash value grew from 89 to 186. Again, if you just got your full $100,000 payment back, what would happen this year is that would be 189,536. Yet it's 186 and change. So what had happened here is when we factor in the $100,000 payment that you made into this policy, we have a negative hit there of about $3,300. The next year, however, you see that things are a little bit different. You pay in $100,000, it grows from 186 to 290, meaning you received the $100,000 you paid into the policy, you got that back, and then a little bit more, $4,300 on top of it. And each year we see the net growth get stronger and stronger. But anytime we're looking at the growth rate or the total cash value growth on a life insurance policy, it is always, always important to factor in the actual payment you are making as well. Because if I just look at the total cash value figure, I'm overinflating things, and that's where people get upset. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Fun question to hit on. What am I actually earning on my cash value? Remember to always factor in your actual payments as well, premium and PUA payments. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Email us anytime. And as always, I hope this helps. Thank you so much. Hey guys, Steve Parisi here. If you enjoyed the content you just saw, please subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for future videos. If you'd like more information or to see some custom policies for yourself, feel free to call or email our offices at the contact information below.